top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and dropped on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
This is Dev B Music.
Hey yo,
Yeah.
Nike check. I done made it back.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
You see Nick Foles coming out, the MVP of Super Bowl 52, as he will be the one to lead this Bears offense.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Bears ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up second.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Foles. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
Foles pass.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A gain of 15. And the Bears first down.
Foles. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
And able to find Graham, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
31.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Patterson on the draw play, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Here's Foles, and he's got Miller. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And now look at him go.
That's all you got.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Touchdown, Falcons.
He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
For Atlanta.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Chicago! Darnell Mooney with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And Hall not going to bring this one out. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. 5th in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Gurley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
He was brought down.
Hakeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
2nd and 6.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Here's a run there by Todd Gurley. We all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 39-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a 1st down to boot.
At the 20-yard line.
Now Gurley. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Taken down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Lions back.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Nick Foles ready for the next drive, leads out the Bears. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
A loss of 13
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Foles. And he finds his tight end, Graham. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Jimmy Graham.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to play with a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there, and he wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
A gain of 7.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
1st and 10.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
The handoff to Todd Gurley.
Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that.
Julio Jones all alone.
All day.
Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Bears 7. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
5-yard line.
Foles on the give to Montgomery. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Foles on target with that one to Graham. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Jimmy Graham.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Young Way 2 to kick off for Atlanta.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's Nick Foles as he heads back out to work. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they've disrupted already for 3 INTs. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's complete to Mooney. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Back to throw again. Open man is Komet, the tight end. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd and short.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 6-yard.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he is out of bounds here. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Just shy of the goal line.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
David Montgomery, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
25-yard line.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there. First down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start out west at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And it's the Chargers who are out in front. The Chargers trying to hold on and claim victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. 24-10 was your final. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
36-yard line.
Now it's Gurley, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Gurley again, the ball.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. A slant to Jones.
Here we go.
Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe pump up the pace. Maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That one good for 37 yards. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36.
You know they take me
20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to try and take off with it. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Foles on target to Robinson for the Chicago first.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Still had 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
Down Bears.
first down. They run again. Here's Montgomery. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down by...
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Foles throwing complete to Miller. Foles. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A gain of 6.
So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
First down, Chicago.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a man open down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now Foles. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
What's up, man?
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be second and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. On second and goal. Foles to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But now it's third and goal.
Down and goal from the 5-yard line.
Foles. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Brings up second and 3 at the 36.
Another carry now for Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
On third down, Ryan. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Grady Jarrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Foles. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
2 yards.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 22. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
And the Bears first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
They'll look to throw again. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
45, 45, 45. We own this. Let's go.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why